I'm Glen Marks, and been in the church for all of my life. I come from probably 4 or 5 generations of Mormons that came across the plains, and the church has meant a lot to us. It's the purpose of our life.
Yeah, and I'm Linda. Glen and I have both had lots of callings in the church, and currently I'm the ward organist and the stake organist, which I love. That is one music connection that Justin and I have. He has been a great joy in our lives since the time he was little.
But when he came out, it was probably more of a struggle for him than it was for us. I think Linda and I have been fortunate to have had experiences with different kind of cultures, and having a daughter that married biracially. There were things that helped us to see past some of what maybe other people have to really struggle with. When I think about Justin, I've never identified him as anything other than just a quality individual, and with his orientation of being gay, it hasn't been really a big concern.
And when Justin first came out, I had a great sadness just to think that he had gone a number of years realizing that there was something different, that he was gay, and yet having it all inside and dealing with it all on his own. It was a comfort to see how he became comfortable with who he was. He was not rejected because of his orientation.
I guess if I were giving any kind of encouragement to grandmas and grandpas, it was, lighten up on life. Enjoy the coming out. But recognize that it wasn't the coming out that made them who they are. That all those characteristics are normally already there, and the issue of their sexual orientation is a separate part of their life, and it's not everything that they are. And it's a large part of their life, but it's not everything that they are.
This is kind of an overriding thought that I've had the last few days, is about how God's love is so amazing for each one of us, more than we could ever comprehend in this life. And He loves each child. He knows exactly the challenges that are before us, and He knows how to help us deal with them. Whether we're the person going through it or someone who is a loved one, He knows how to help us and succor. I have a special connection with Justin with music, since we like to do duets together, and he plays very well. We kind of click on that duet scene, and maybe one of our favorites, or maybe even our theme song, is Can't Smile Without You. And that's how I feel. I've got to have Justin in my life to smile.
We can disagree without being disagreeable, but that even having said that, I think it's so much more important that we try to walk in the other person's shoes and try to, without drawing conclusions, do some observation along the way, but the overriding factor is still there, that we love people, and that there is a place for every one of us, no matter what our orientation might be.
So I remember when I came out, and I was really worried, especially about Grandma and Grandpa. I remember when I talked to both of them about it, just the absolute love that I got from both of them was incredible. And I think the most awesome thing was that they didn't treat me any different at all. We got closer because I started doing a ton of music with Grandma, and Grandpa and I just started having deep philosophical discussions and stuff. I just really love both of you so much. And
we love you so much too.
Yeah.
As we go through our lives, one thing I'm sure of is that God walks with us in the challenges that we have. And so in our support of one another, we can walk with one another we can show each other God's love by showing our love. And Justin, you're easy to love. I will always walk with you.
I think one thing I would say, Justin, is, I walk with you and with all of our other children and grandchildren to be able to celebrate your uniquenesses and what an integral part you are in that whole setting. So I will walk with you so that my grandchildren can see how I feel about you, so that they know that I will walk with them with whatever they deal with.
We're the Marks family, and we'll walk with you.